What's up everybody, Chris Sinog here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing some exclusive content from my live monthly training. Let's go ahead and get started.
And joining us from San Diego, Chief Petty Officer Chris Sinog.
Joining me now is retired Navy SEAL sniper, Chris Sinog.
Okay, I've seen your questions, I've seen your comments. Things like, hey Chief, can you do a demonstration of a one-handed reload? How much time should I spend training each day? Hey Chris, how did you get to be so ridiculously good looking? Well, thank you. I actually get that one quite a bit. Anyway, with almost 200,000 subscribers here on YouTube, it would be impossible for me to answer all of your individual questions here. And that's why 6 years ago, I started a membership site where you can ask me all your questions, get your questions answered live, see demonstrations. You also get access to all of the recordings. That's hundreds of hours of live training that you are going to get access to, as well as access to my coaches and the other amazing members on my team. So without further ado, let's take a look under the hood.
All right, how to track moving target with pistol. No. Okay, no, you don't want to switch your focus back and forth to your front sight. You're still going to be able to, with your peripheral vision, your soft focus, you're still going to be able to track that target. And if you are coming off your front sight, and this, keep in mind too, if the target is moving 5 yards away from you, you're not going to need to focus on the front sight, unless you're trying to hit a fly that's on the person's shoulder off. So you're where you need to focus depends on distance. So I am just going to describe this as if this is a target that's far enough away that you need to prioritize your front sight focus to be able to hit it. If you are switching back and forth, you are not going to, one, be able to shoot accurately enough. You're actually not going to be able to track the target as well. And it just doesn't work that way. And so one of the ways that, because people always say, well, how can I do this? A common question is, so I have my little demonstration thing I like to use, and you can do this on your own. But if you just take a level and you hold it out in front of you, and then you try to, it's just ridiculously hard. So imagine this level is your front sight. There, I got it, kind of get it. So if you practice, you get better. So imagine trying to keep this level or keep your sights aligned, if you're not looking at where that little air bubble is, and you're looking at the target, like there's no way, Jose, that those sights are staying aligned. Next up is Alan. You teach keeping the carbine stock buried in your shoulder rather than having some of it spilling over above the shoulder. What is the difference in either of these, and why would one be preferable to the other? All right, Alan, so to be 100% correct and accurate, I try to express it as not thinking about even your shoulder at all. Think about your chest. Think about keeping it as close to as you can underneath your dominant eye. So here's my right eye dominant. If I can keep this directly in line with that, it's going to be much more stable. The whole thing with in the shoulder and above the shoulder is because of this. It's the same thing as the reason with a pistol, where you want to get your hand as high up on here as you can. Because if you're doing this, if you imagine this being your shoulder, when the gun goes bang, this is going to happen. By keeping this as high as possible, it's going to avoid that. Now on a pistol, you can't do that. I wouldn't recommend that, okay? Don't do that. So it's the same thing with the carbine, you don't want to give the gun any wiggle room.
All right, I've got one more training clip I'm going to share with you, but before I do, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, US Concealed Online.
Hey bro, what you up to?
Hey, I'm talking about the US Concealed Online certification training.
What for? You're a Navy SEAL. You don't need that.
Yeah, well, you would think so, but here in the socialist state of California, I was treated like a common criminal the first time I applied for my CCW permit.
All right, so how can US Concealed Online help?
Well, if you're a US citizen without a felony on your record, this site can get you certified and carry in up to 88% of the US in as fast as 30 minutes.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I trust online firearms training.
Well, that is a bit odd considering I've been successfully training tens of thousands of people online for 6 years now. I was just sharing some of the live training I do for my members with my YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, well, you're just doing that to get people to sign up for your online training.
Yeah, so of course I am. Once people see the training and that they really can learn online, they can choose to join or not. Just like with US Concealed Online. They let you go through the certification training before you decide if it's right for you. Plus, they offer local in-person certifications and conduct live fire demonstrations.
Yeah, well, it's too bad they're just in California, though.
Yeah, well, it's not just in California, bro. They operate nationwide and have trained over 1 million people.
Okay, yeah, well, some people might need their training. You know, the only thing I need to do if I want to carry a gun anywhere in the world or really do whatever I want is carry my white privilege card. That's the only card you'll ever need, bro. It's right there.
Dude, you know white privilege is just a polemic like assault rifles used by socialists. They're made up words to fuel a political agenda based on hate.
Well, Mr. Big Brains, looks like I've got a Potomac in my hand right here.
No, bro, you don't have a part of Maryland in your hand. You've got a fake card with a polemic on it that you bought online.
Dang. Well, I guess I need to take US Concealed Online training if I want to become a responsible, armed American citizen. Any chance you got a discount code, bro?
Yeah, of course I do. Just click on the link in the description and use the discount code CARRY to get 20% off.
All right, cool. Thanks, bro.
No problem. See ya. All right, sorry about that. Here's one more clip from one of my live monthly trainings.
All right, from Jim. I went to the range with my probation department range instructor. Behind me said, your first shot out of the holster is dead on. It's the shots after that you're missing. Is this all front sight? Your thoughts? You and Matt have a great day. I don't know, maybe Matt's watching this. That is impossible for me to know what it is. It could be possible for somebody watching you if they see perchance your grip loosening up, which that's normally what it is. Because if you understand front sight focus, I mean, it could be, but you're the one that's going to be able to, I got to burp again. I've never had a 2-burp show before. So you're going to be the only person that can tell what that is. So you have to diagnose yourself. Like I said, somebody else could see it. Like if I'll see people shooting and they're adjusting their grip, that's going to be a problem. Some people, the gun will slide in their hand and then they don't have the same grip. So that's a big one. Now, something you should do when you shoot your first shot, and then wait as long as you need to make sure you're back on crystal clear front sight focus, and then shoot again. Because the other problem that is very common is going faster, and going faster than you're able to do all the things required to shoot accurately. And then there's just things that are inherent, that are going to happen with shooting faster, especially shooting a carbine where I'll have people shoot a 30-round mag on full auto, and they'll just go all out. But doing it single fire, 30 rounds as fast as you can. And if you're right-handed, the gun is going to tend to go up and move towards your natural point of aim. And most people, when they're shooting a carbine, their natural point of aim is generally off to their dominant side. So they're going to bang, go to your natural point of aim, and then bang again, and you're forcing it to get back on target, and then your shots are going to be this streak of low and left. So that could be one thing to think about, is your natural point of aim.
All right, that is it for today. I hope you got some value out of this. If you did and you want to be able to ask me your questions live, join the 700 men and women who are online with me, learning and living like warriors. Please remember to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you smash that little bell next to it when you subscribe so you'll be notified every time I post new content. And until then, keep paving your path to perfection.